Hey, Rose here with another online dating tip for you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are talking about dating profiles that you should avoid on those dating apps.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire.
Okay, so you'll come across some profiles that are weird, okay? But the first profile that I want you to avoid is an incomplete profile, okay? This is a profile that has a lot of blank spaces, and this is why I told you in one of my previous videos that it's very important for you to complete your dating profile. You have to make sure all the fields are filled up, you have actually given information. So when you come across a profile that is incomplete, a profile that just have one sentence when it comes to bio, or maybe it's just blank, there is nothing, you have to be careful about that profile, because either that person is the kind of person I was again describing in my previous video, where somebody is just bored in the office and then this ad pops up, you know, an ad for a dating app, and then he's like, oh, let's check out what kind of people join these dating apps these days. So that is somebody who is not serious. That is probably just a joker, and this is the kind of person who is just gonna waste your time. This is the kind of person who is not gonna engage in deep conversations with you. He's not even interested to get to know you. And these actually are the kinds of people who start asking you for your nude pictures and start saying all kinds of things because they are not serious. They are not there looking for anything. Actually, they were probably just checking the app out and then be on their way. Okay, the next dating profile that you need to avoid, and this is probably not gonna make sense to you, but this is actually the opposite of the one we just talked about. This is a dating profile that has a lot of information, like the bio has maximized the word count that you're given, and the pictures are so overly edited with filters and all kinds of things. And this is a man who is sort of like trying too hard to impress, okay? So he's posing in front of a large mansion, he's posing in front of an expensive car. Those kinds of photos, you can actually find them on these websites where you can find free images to use on your projects. Especially as a content creator, we go to these websites like Pixabay, Pixels, and Splash. You go to those websites and then you can find any type of picture. You just search for the kind of picture you're looking for, and pictures are there for you to use. So if you see these pictures that are professionally taken and they are so edited and they are so, you know, colorful and everything, it's because those pictures are taken from those websites. And actually, I would like to advise you, like if somebody contacts you, that kind of profile, if they contact you, just take that picture, like take a screenshot of that picture, plug it in Google and do a reverse image search, and you'll see where that image actually originated from. The first website that you'll see, then you'll see that that is where that image originated from, and it will probably be pixels.com, Pixabay, and Splash, and those stock images websites. And what this means, when somebody creates such a profile, it means that this person is a scammer, because why are they using free images? Like, why are they not putting their own picture there so you know who you are talking to? So inconsistent in photos, because you might find that these photos don't match. You see somebody and then sometimes they even confuse and put pictures of different people. So pay attention to these kinds of profiles, and if you see a profile like that, then just go through all the pictures and then see what is going on. And as I said, you can just go and do a reverse image search on Google and then see where that image actually originated from, and then you'll see that is not a real person. Because if the image comes up that it originated from Pixabay or Pixels or those websites, then you know that that is not a real person. And you can see all the websites that that image has been used, you know, content creators have used it, you know, then you'll get to see that that is not actually a real dating profile. The next type of profile that I would like you to avoid is a overly sexualized profile. What does that mean? It means that the person is so vulgar in what they are looking for, the kind of woman that they are looking for and what they want the woman to do, and they go into such details that it just comes across as disrespectful. You have to be careful about such profiles because obviously that is somebody, again, who is not serious. It's somebody who is just looking for somebody maybe to have fun with, and especially if it's not a hookup site, because I understand the language that is used on hookup sites, it's different to the languages that is used on these other dating websites where people are going there actually looking to see if they can establish a relationship. So I want you to know the difference. If you're on a hookup site, then of course people can say whatever they want there because it's nothing serious, it's just a hookup site. So if you're on a dating website where you are actually looking, or the aim of that website is for people to connect and actually see if they can establish a serious relationship or some type of relationship, not a hookup, not a one night stand sort of thing, then of course I would like you to avoid these kinds of profiles. The profiles that are super sexualized, the language that is used is so disrespectful to women, the language that is used is more of like objectifying the woman and these kinds of things. That kind of person, I don't think you'll go very far with him, because I'm sure as soon as you start communicating with him, the first picture he's going to send you is a picture of you know what, and then he's gonna start demanding that you send such pictures back. And the next profile I would like you to avoid on those dating apps is a profile of somebody who exhibits hatred towards women of his country or towards a group of women, a particular group of women. For example, he could exhibit hatred toward a woman who is ambitious, a woman who is career-oriented, a woman who is successful. You have to avoid those dating profiles, because this is somebody who, and we're gonna come now to the next point, this is somebody who obviously has some problems because I feel like if you're looking for a partner, you're looking for somebody to be with in a relationship, maybe to be your wife or to be your long-term partner, then I would think that you would want them to have the best in life. Like you would want them to succeed and to achieve their goals and dreams. So I think if you see somebody who is always talking badly about women from his country, for example, you might find a man who is talking badly about women from America. Let's say he's an American, then he's always, oh, American women are like this, they are trashy, they are controlling, they are, career oriented, all they care about is money, money, money. But the thing is, the reason why everybody is working is because they want to make money, and everybody wants a good life. I don't think there's anybody who wants to struggle in life. I don't think there's anyone who wants to suffer in life. That is why people are working and people are making money, because they want to have a good life. So this brings me now to the next profile that I want you to avoid. This is a profile of a man, and we're gonna cover this in detail on our next video. This is a man who has a low opinion of an African woman, okay? And what I mean by this is that this is a foreign man who wants to come and look for an African woman, not because he loves and respects and he's attracted to African women, but because he feels or he sounds like he wants a woman who is going to be, how can I put this? Is going to be brainless, and that woman is just there to be told what to do, how to do it, when to do it. In other words, this is a man who is looking for a woman who is gonna be told jump, and they're not gonna ask why, they're just gonna ask how high. You know what I mean? So if you see a man who has unrealistic expectations of an African woman, then you need to avoid this man, because you're not gonna be happy. I can guarantee you're not going to be happy. And let me ask you something. Have you seen these types of men who come and get women from Africa and then they take them to Europe or take them to Canada, take them to the US. And then after a couple of years, you see, if they break up, you see the man saying, well, she's not what I expected. She's not an African woman. She became more like an American woman. She became more like an European woman. That's because what he was looking for was a doormat. Okay, that's what he was looking for. So if you see somebody who has a dating profile on a website and what he's saying is that, well, he's speaking down on African women, and okay, he might use a sweet language that you're going to be like, oh yes, I'm submissive, of course I'm submissive, I'm an African woman, I'm submissive, but things might not work out for you if you get involved with this kind of man, because submission, I don't have a problem with submission. And a lot of you who have followed me from TikTok, you might think, well, Rose is a hot-headed woman. She's probably not obedient. She's probably not submissive. Actually, you might be shocked to find that I am very submissive. And I respect authority, okay? I am submissive, but for me, I feel like if I am gonna be submissive, I have to trust the leadership, okay? You cannot just be there saying, well, I'm gonna lead and you're gonna follow, and I'm gonna lead and challenged, and yet you cannot be trusted with your leadership. So this is the kind of profile that you need to avoid. Somebody who sees an African woman as an inferior, okay? They want to be superior to you, and they think that all you're gonna do is you're gonna be just a yes sir kind of person. There's nothing wrong with that if it's somebody who is wise, okay? Whose decision-making ability can be trusted. Okay, another profile I would maybe want you to avoid or maybe be careful about is an overly religious profile. Okay, this is a profile where you go there and then when it comes to the bio, it's all about Bible verses or Quran verses, or it's just a religious profile. It doesn't tell you anything about this person. All it tells you is about religion, and this happens a lot in religious dating apps, you know, Muslim dating apps, Christian dating apps, where you find somebody, the headline is all about God and Bible, the bio is about God, what he's looking for is all about God. So this actually doesn't tell you anything about the person you're dealing with. Okay, and unfortunately, there are a lot of people who hide behind religion because they've got lots of issues. And we're going to talk about Christian dating apps because there's a lot to unpack when it comes to Christian dating apps. I'm not going to focus on Muslim dating apps because I haven't been on Muslim dating apps, but I have been on Christian dating apps, and I will talk to you about that. So when it comes to a profile that is overly religious, it's just too religious. It's all about religion, it's all about Bible and Bible verses and everything. This kind of person is the kind of person that you're gonna, if you start talking to them, you are never gonna learn what they're about. Okay, they're probably hiding something. They'll never talk about themselves. They'll never tell you anything tangible about their personality, about their lifestyle, about their past, about anything, because they got lots to hide and they're hiding behind religion. So, if you're contacted by this kind of profile, okay, I am not saying that religious people are bad people, but I'm just saying, just because it's a religious person and just because it's a religious dating app, it does not mean that everybody who is there is all, you know, a nice person, a good person, a God-fearing person. That's not what it means, okay? There are scammers there, there are jokers, there are criminals, there are weird people, there are pedophiles. Everybody is there on those Christian dating apps, and we'll talk about that in my next video. Another dating profile I would like you to avoid is a profile that sounds very controlling and sounds like he is gonna make you move very fast. This is the kind of person who you find, well, saying something like, well, when I find my lady, I want her to put me on social media. I want to meet your family as soon as possible. As soon as we start speaking, we're gonna be referring to each other as husband and wife. Okay? This is weird. Because, and I find this happens a lot with people who come and they just want to deceive African women, because they know that African women, we are all about, well, I want to get married, I want to, build a home, they prey on our cultural beliefs and our religious beliefs. So they will come with the religion, they will come with this family-oriented kind of narrative. So if you see somebody is putting those keywords in the profile, that's because they're targeting African women, and they're probably not meaning what they say, okay? If you say, well, I'm gonna marry you as soon as possible, I want you to put me on your social media as soon as possible, and I want you to introduce me to your family members on video calls, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful, because these long distance relationships and online dating and things like that, you have to take things slow, okay? Take things slow, talk to people, relax, don't get overexcited, just relax and read people, okay? You can learn a lot about people, especially when you do video calls and ask questions, all right? So these are the profiles that I would like you to avoid on dating apps, and I thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. If you like these kinds of videos, if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Share this video with a friend who is interested in this topic, and I shall see you on my next one. Bye bye for now.